Hi everyone, welcome to the Catnip Challenge. As an experiment, I planted catnip in my yard and filmed animal reactions. In this video, I'm sharing exactly what happened. Catnip, or Nepeta cataria, is a member of the mint family. It has an active ingredient called nepetalactone, which triggers a euphoric reaction in many cats. But did you know that not all cats respond to it? Apparently, about 50 to 70% of cats are affected, while the rest might just sniff the catnip and walk away. For this challenge, I was wondering how many cats I could actually entice into the yard by planting catnip. And of the cats who did come into the yard, how many of them would have a catnip reaction? Well, the results were surprising, but we'll get to that a little later. There's another sneaky herb in the mint family that's very similar to catnip, but not quite the same, and that is catmint. Here are some differences between catnip and catmint. Catnip is very aromatic, meaning it has a strong aroma that cats can easily smell. Catmint is a lot milder and does not typically have the same effect on cats as catnip. Catnip is a sprawler, meaning it grows outward, and it can easily spread throughout your yard if you let it. Catmint grows more straight up and is typically used more as an ornamental shrub. And finally, when catnip blooms, its flowers are white. When catmint blooms, its flowers are purple. For my experiment, I'm only using catnip, not catmint. For the next step in my catnip challenge, I laid out the catnip to be planted the next day, but look who found it and started exploring in the area. The next day, I planted the 6 catnip plants I bought in my planter in the backyard and gave them a generous watering. But right after I planted them, thankfully, I was able to replant them, and in about a month, we had this lush catnip forest, I call it, in our planter. Now this is just from 6 catnip plants, and they really spread out and took over. Now for this experiment, I'm harvesting a generous amount of catnip. The thing about catnip that I've learned is the more you prune it back and take care of it, the more it'll grow back and become even larger and larger. If you could grow and harvest anything you wanted in the garden, what would you pick? Comment below and let me know. Now I decided to implement my plan, which was to spread catnip around various areas of my yard to attract cats and get their reactions. I also set up some security cameras in different areas of the yard to specifically capture how cats would react. Would they love it? Would they hate it? Would they go crazy? Would it make them chill? It seems like catnip can affect cats differently, so boy, I had no idea what to expect, but let's find out. This is my cat Peso, and while we didn't attract him to the yard with Catnip since we already had him, he loves it. He loves sniffing it. He loves when we rub him with it. He's just a happy cat all around when he's around Catnip. Here is our other cat, Piper, and we just recently started giving her catnip. She's only about 1.5 years old, but so far she really likes eating it, as you can tell. I'm labeling this challenge a success. Overall, we were able to attract 10 new cats into our yard after we planted catnip. Of those 10 cats, 8 experienced a catnip reaction, which we caught on camera. By far, the most interesting and surprising 2 visitors in our backyard were a skunk and a possum, who wandered into our catnip forest and had a great time. Stay tuned for even more animal shenanigans. Who knows what will happen next?